Welcome to my class. In this video, we will discuss some fundamental concepts behind signals and system. This video basically talks about how to get a mathematical expression or mathematical model for continuous time signals. So to start with, a signal basically is any physical quantity that conveys information, or you can say flow of information. Yes. The examples could be, you can take any real life examples. You can take electrical signals like telephone signal, television signal, any transducer signal, thermometer or accelerometer, antenna signal, or even the humidity, temperature, or a daily closing price of a stock market. Yes. So basically, we define signal mathematically as a function of minimum one independent variable and can have some dependent variables. So signal mathematically will be defined as a function of independent variables. Yes. As in this particular video, we are going to have a detailed look how to generate a mathematical model for any signal. We will talk more about how to express the signal mathematically. For any type of operation or analysis on signal, the first thing we need to do is to express signal mathematically. So we will talk little more about mathematical modeling of signals. To understand signal, first of all, the signals are majorly divided into two natural categories based on the way they are being generated. First one is your analog or continuous time signals, and they are also called as analog signal. You can take example in the previous slide only I explained your current, voltage, if I am measuring temperature continuously, or your speech signal which is measured continuously, or speed of a car. So here I have shown a continuous time signal. Here we have considered the speed of a car over a specific time interval. So this signal is said to be continuous in time or analog because it is continuous in its independent variable t. Time is the variable, independent variable, and it is defined for all values of t. Similarly, the other class is a simple one you can understand is a discrete time signal or discrete signal. Basically, instead of calling them signal, we call it a sequence because it's a collection of samples of signals at a different time instant. So instead of considering a continuous time signal, here we have considered a discrete time signal. The signal is defined for a specific time instant only. The examples of naturally occurring discrete time signals are like if I go for a recording of temperature maximum and minimum of a temperature of a day over a week of period, over a month of period, or over a year of period, lap interval in races, sampled, and most of the major class goes with sampled continuous signal. Most of our signals are continuous in nature. So if we sample them in time domain, then we are going to generate a discrete time signal. The example shown here is daily closing price of a stock market. So which could be a discrete value over 10 days interval it is shown, and discrete time signal is represented as x of n. Now, how to represent this signal? Before going for representation, we will have a look over some useful signals or standard signals used in signals and systems. So, first signal to start with, I will consider the unit impulse. This unit impulse is represented as delta t. Delta t is 0 except at t is equals to 0. So, delta t is 0 everywhere except t is equals to 0, and the integration area under this particular curve is unity. So in many cases we represent, how I'm going to represent this signal? So it's easy to understand if I consider delta t have a width del, and delta t as del tends to 0, the signal becomes equals to delta t, and delta del of t is represented as 1 by 2 del, where it is represented over an interval minus of del 2 plus del. Yes, so duration of this particular impulse is 2 del. So as del tends to 0, delta t becomes equals to unity, or area under the curve will be unity always. Yes, this is a very important class of signal. We generally represent it as a unit impulse or a spike at t is equals to 0, and its area under the curve is defined to be 1, and most of the cases it is known as Dirac delta function. This is the fundamental or basic for many signal representation. The next signal which we are going to consider is unit step function. Unit step function denoted as u of t is equals to 1 for t greater than equal to 0 and 0 for t less than 0. So if I delay u of t by, let us assume, 5 units, then u of t minus 5 will be equal to 1 for t minus 5 greater than equal to 0 and 0 for t minus 5 less than 0, or you can say u of t minus 5 is equals to 1 for t greater than 5 and 0 greater than equal to condition also can be considered here, and 0 for t less than 5. So in general, a unit step signal is written as u of t minus of t0, with u of t minus t0 is 1 for t greater than t0 and 0 for t less than t0. Equal to condition is the limiting condition. Always it is the limiting condition. And graphically, u of t we are going to represent like this, and u of t minus 1, t minus t naught is represented by this graph. Now, very important part is how basically we generate unit step function. Unit impulse function is generated out of unit step function. Unit step function is easy to generate in practical scenario compared to unit impulse. So u of t is integration of all the unit impulses occurred from minus infinity to till that time t. So if I integrate unit impulse from minus infinity to t, I get u of t. Yes, or in the other way you can say, if I am going to differentiate u of t with respect to t, I will generate unit impulse function. The next important class of signal or waveform representation I will discuss is unit ramp function. So unit ramp function in general represented as r of t. Unit ramp r of t is represented as, it is 0 for t less than 0 and it is equal to t for t greater than equal to 0. Now for this type of signal representation, r of t is 0 for t less than 0 and is equals to t for t greater than equal to 0. To get a mathematical equation which I have written down, t ut, what we do? We are going to write r of t into two parts. Now r of t is actually a infinite duration one-sided sequence. It is 0 for t less than 0 and it is t for t greater than equal to 0. So I can multiply r of t with u of t. So I know u of t is equals to 1 for 0 to infinity. So r of t can directly be written as t ut in the expression format. So graphically we are going to represent r of t as this. The slope of the curve is 1 and it starts from t is equals to 0 and it continues till infinity, t ut. Now if I want to delay this signal r of t by an amount t naught, then the signal will be 0 for t less than t naught and is equals to t minus of t naught u of t minus of t naught. So you can see that r of t, tut or r of t is represented as tut. Similarly, r t minus of t naught, a time shifted ramp. Now it may be delayed version of r of t if t naught is positive, and it may be advanced version of r of t if t naught is negative, is represented as t minus of t naught u t minus of t naught. And graphically you can represent it in this way. And very interestingly, your ramp function can be generated by integrating the unit step function. So if I integrate unit step function u of tau d tau over interval minus infinity to t, I am going to generate r of t, which is tut. So from unit step, you can differentiate to generate a unit impulse, and you can integrate it to generate a ramp function. These three signals I will consider as basic signal, and I will use this signal for generating the expression for other signals. So to start with here, to explain the concept, I will take a simple example. Let us start with this particular example. So x of t is shown as follows. It exists for an interval -1 to 1 and its amplitude is 4 during this interval x of t. So how I am going to generate the expression for this particular signal x of t is, now x of t can be written as summation of two signals here, x1t plus x2t, where I will say x1t is, here you can see the form of the wave shape of this particular signal is similar to unit step with a magnitude or amplitude 4. So I will write 4 instead of ut, which starts from 0 to infinity. The first signal will start from -1 to infinity. So x1t I will write as 4 u of t plus 1. 4 u of t plus 1 will be represented as, it will start at t is equals to minus of 1. Amplitude of this signal will be 4 and it will continue till plus infinity. So this is x1t. Now I have to stop this waveform at t is equals to 1. So I will take another signal x2t, which is of same amplitude and starting at t is equals to 1. This is x1t, this is x2t. Yes. So my x2t will be written as minus of 4 u of t minus 1. It should start at t is equals to 1 onwards with a magnitude minus of 4. Now when I add these two signals, x1t with x2t, I generate x of t. So x of t will be 4 u of t plus 1 minus 4 u of t minus 1. The summation of these two signals will be x of t. So this is a simple example to start with. Hope this example is clear. So now I will take another example which will be little complicated than what we discussed in the previous example. Here I have considered a truncated exponential signal. This signal is e to the power t but for a duration of 0 to 1. So this duration I will generate with the help of unit step function as a gate function. So in this case, x of t is e to the power t for an interval 0 to 1. So for interval 0 to 1, I will write u of t minus u of t minus 1. Hope this part you can understand from the previous example how u of t minus 1 will look like. So u of t will be, this is u of t, and at time instant 1 I am taking minus of u of t minus 1. So this is u of t minus 1 with a magnitude minus of 1. So sum of these two will be a gate signal defined over interval 0 to 1 is multiplied with e to the power t. So I am going to get e to the power t u of t minus u of t minus 1. This example is also a very simple example. Now I will go to little complicate the example. Here the signal f of t is given as below. Generate a mathematical expression for the signal. So how we are going to deal with this signal? Here you can see the signal f of t is defined over 0 to 3 and its maximum peak is going up to magnitude 2. So to deal with this signal, first I will divide this signal into two parts, f1t and f2t. Yes. So first of all, I will draw f1t. Now f1t is this one. It is defined for the interval 0 to 2 and magnitude of this signal is going up to 2. This is f1t. Now f1t you can see simply is a unit ramp signal. Here the magnitude slope of the line is 1 and it is defined over the interval 0 to 2. Yes. So if I generate a ramp signal, and I allow this ramp signal to pass only for interval 0 to 2. As you have seen in the previous example, exponential signal I allowed only for the interval 0 to 1. Here I want the signal to 0 to 2. So how I will generate f1t? F1t will be the ramp signal t for a interval ut minus u of t minus 2. Yes, it is a ramp wave starting from 0 and it ends at t is equals to 2. So if it starts from 0 and goes up to infinity, we write it tut. But now I want to truncate this signal at t is equals to 2. So I will multiply this signal with a gate pulse. Now gate pulse is allowing me a duration of 0 to 2. The second waveform, f2t, is a waveform which is starting at 2 and ends at 3. Magnitude of this signal is peak starts from 2. Duration is 2 to 3. So duration for 2 to 3, I know how to generate this duration. Here I have to generate the ramp. Yes. So if I look into the ramp generation part, it is over the interval 2 to 3, a ramp. This particular ramp, what should be the slope of this particular ramp? This ramp, its y-axis it covers 2 and x-axis duration is 1. So this particular ramp f2t is having a slope, negative slope of minus of 2. Yes. So this signal, this straight line can be written as minus of 2t plus c. Yes. Now at t is equals to 3, this equation, this straight line minus of 2t plus c becomes equals to 0 at t is equals to 3. So if I put the value of t is equals to 3, the constant c I am generating as 6. Yes. So this particular ramp can be written as minus of 2t plus 6 or 6 minus 2t. So this ramp f2t can be written as the signal ramp signal, which is minus of 2t plus 6, and it is, this ramp is defined for an interval 2 to 3. So u of t minus of 2 minus u of t minus of 3. Yes. So if I take a gate signal which is defined for interval 2 to 3 and I multiply this ramp which we have generated as minus of 2t plus 6, I get f2t. And for me x of t is, f of t is f1t plus f2t, which can be written as your f1t is t u of t minus u of t minus of 2 plus 6 minus 2t u of t minus of 2 minus u of t minus of 3. So this is the expression for the waveform we have drawn in the previous slide. Hope this example is clear to all of you. Now I will just show another alternative method to generate expression. Let us take another example where I have considered a sawtooth waveform. Yes. The waveform considered, this is T, x of t minus 1 and 1. The amplitude is 2. Yes. So here I want to generate expression for this particular signal x of t. Now you can see that it is a periodic signal and I will define for the interval minus 1 to 1. As we have already done, I will generate a ramp signal, ramp waveform, which is delayed by 1 unit and it should be gated for minus 1 to 1. Simple, you can do like that, or another approach is to directly use the line equation to generate the expression. So here I will consider the coordinates of this particular signal. I will redraw it and I am going to consider the coordinates minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 1, 0. Yes. So here I want to write an expression for this particular ramp. Yes. So I will start with the line equation. X minus x1 by x1 minus x2 is equals to y minus y1 by y1 minus y2, which can be considered as x of t minus, here x1 I will consider as minus of 1 by minus of 1 minus x2 I will consider as 1 is equals to y minus y1, this is x1, y1, x2, y2, y minus of y1 by y1 minus y2. So x of t minus of minus plus 1 by minus of 2 is equals to y by minus of 2. So x of t is equals to y minus 1 for the interval, or here y we will write as t. So x of t will be equal to t minus of 1 for the interval minus 1 to 1. So x of t can be written in this case, the sawtooth waveform can be written as t minus of 1 for the interval minus 1 to 1. And then you can go for its periodic extension. Similarly, you can take a triangular wave. In the previous example, I have considered a triangular wave. Hope both the way of writing is understood to you. Now I will take last example to explain the concept one more time. Here I have considered a signal f of t as shown. So you have to generate the expression for this particular waveform or signal. So how to start for this particular signal, how we proceed? Now here I have a ramp signal which is delayed by 1 unit. So rt minus 1. I will take a ramp. Here the slope of the wave signal or ramp is 1. It starts after a delay of time 1. So here I will write the first ramp as f of t can be written as x1t plus x2t. So x1t I am writing as this ramp I am going to generate r of t minus 1, which is t minus 1 u of t minus 1. So when I consider a signal t minus of 1, as I have shown in my previous slide, ramp signal, this will be the waveform. T minus, it will start at 1. This is your t minus of 1, u t minus 1. Now it has to go up to t is equals to 2. But here I am not generating only this part. I have to keep it constant. So what we will do? So here I have to generate another ramp. So if I see this ramp, it is delayed by 2 units and with a negative amplitude. So I will write x2t as r t minus of 2 minus of r t minus of 2. So it will be minus of t minus of 2 u of t minus of 2. So here I have taken another waveform which is starting at t is equals to 2 with a slope 1 and it goes in a negative direction. So when I add x1t with x2t, this is your x2t or minus of rt minus of 2. When we add these two, so at time t is equals to 2, your x1t will have a amplitude 1 plus this slope, whereas x2t will have a amplitude 0. Yes. So when we subtract these two, or when we add x1t with x2t, what I am going to generate is, it will go as a ramp from 1 to 2, and after 2 it will keep constant, because here you are going to add x1 x1t with x2t. X1t will always will be at a amplitude 1 plus this value. So I am only subtracting this particular slope, so I will be left constant at this. So it will go continuously as this. Now I have to stop this waveform after a specific duration. So I have to stop this waveform after t is equals to 4. So to stop this signal at t is equals to 4, I will take, this is a unit step signal. At 4, I will take a negative unit step signal, minus of u of t minus of 4, which will be considered as your x3t. So x3t I will write as minus of u of t minus of 4. So when I add all these three signals, I generate f of t. So this part will get cancelled after t is equals to 4. It will get cancelled and I'm left with only the waveform over the duration 1 to 4. So f of t will be written as t minus of 1 ut minus of 1 minus t minus of 2 ut minus of 2 minus u of t minus 4. Hope these examples are good enough to explain the basic concept of how to write a mathematical expression for continuous time signals. Thank you for watching my video.